Time to rev it up and roll with America's premier motorcycle talk show. Open Road Radio is on the air with Gina Woods and other guest hosts. And now, with riding on their minds, here's your hosts of Open Road Radio.
All right. Other guest hosts would be Tice is in the house.
Yes, I know. I'm still alive. Somehow I survived my nasty cold last weekend, and this weekend I got a 16-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a girlfriend who are all dying. So,
oh no.
Yeah, this is my quarantine right here. I'm in the queendom, trying to save my own health so I can go to work tomorrow.
Well, I'm glad that you made it to the show. Last time you were a little dark, but now you look good.
Yeah, I did actually probably get back from Mexico, so I probably was a lot darker. But no, I'm back and looking pale as ever and ready to party. So yeah, after like 4 long weeks, we finally got something to finally work out. So
you guys got some snow up there. So I was at Woodstock Harley Davidson over the weekend, which I'm going to tell you about in a minute, but there was snow all around outside. And I was like, whoa, I mean, that's like 45 minutes away. And so, yeah.
The cool thing is it was all followed by rain. So now we have nothing.
Yeah. So speaking of Woodstock Harley Davidson, I got to go this weekend and it was pretty cool. We're going to talk about that at the honor hall. My father got inducted to the honor hall.
I saw that was really awesome. I saw you posted on your Facebook page. So check that out. It's pretty awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, that was really cool. I'll tell you about that in a second. We got some great gift giving ideas in Gifts That Don't Suck, and a couple of interviews to go with it. We've got Carlos from Forge Glory. You're gonna dig this stuff. I mean, his leather stuff is off the charts, man. Pretty cool stuff. And who doesn't like something homemade, right? And if you can't have it homemade, it's good to read about it and read to your kids, because we've got Mimi and Moto in the house. They're my favorite writers. I'm telling you what, then they're coming out with new books all the time and all kinds of apparel and kind of fun stuff. So I don't know if 9 and what did you say, 9 and 13?
16
16, yeah, that might not qualify it for, but we're sure you can find something to do with them. Hey, we've got none other than Kevin Beanre with us. The mayor of fun is is with us tonight. That's going to be a blast. I think he just got a new lease on life, and he's ready to rock 2023. I can't wait to catch up with him.
Yeah, that's exciting. I mean, I'm ready to do this. It's been a while. I hope I remember how to do all this.
Mexico must be the place because everybody's in Mexico lately. And then we've got Andrew's Products. We are, celebrating 50 years with Andrew's Products. And we've started a segment with them beginning of the month. And we carry it through with John Andrews is joining us tonight. And what an icon in the industry this guy is. 50 years in business and going stronger than ever. Pretty exciting.
That's awesome. Actually, I just slapped some Andrews cams into my my stunt build for 2023. So I'm excited. It's my first set of Andrews cams. I'm
nice.
They promised me they were gonna rip, and I promised that I'd tear some tires off for them. So
all right, fantastic. I can't wait to hear that review. So let me back up real quick. I want to talk real quickly about the Woodstock Honor Call. That was so cool. And I want to thank Doug Jackson, who always does a tremendous job. And I don't know what they're going to do if he ever leaves that place, because he's really the glue that holds that whole place together. And the Honor Hall is just a collaboration of different years of war, and it's people, and it's machine, and it's action. What a great tribute to our forces, to the armed forces. Doug does a great job, and this was all put together by him. His brother was in the Army, his father. My family was out there inducting my father. So it was a cool day. It was really heartfelt. My father was pretty amazed, and Doug always does a great job. They just had the table ceremony out there for the Veterans Day. He just does a great job. But this room is huge, as you can see, and it's all dedicated to our servicemen and women.
Yeah, it looks really good from the photos. I'm gonna have to make a trip down there and check it out.
Yeah, you have to. It really is a must-see. In the Midwest, if you Google it, it comes up as one of the largest and best honor halls for veterans. So pretty excited about that. And then I just did a really quick Toys for Tots gig downtown Chicago, and that was pretty fun. Did it with our friends from Cass and Moses. And, we had the parade. Gosh, I think it was last weekend? It was the 5th. It was last weekend. Oh my God. The time is going crazy. And it was Toys for Tots TV, and you can go and check it out online, and you can check out all of the other, all the different shows that they have. And I think they have a couple, 2 or 3 more, and then they're done for the season, and then they come back. So Toys for Tots Chicagoland did a great job. It was nice to be on it. There they are. There's the guys that I got to hang out with for literally about 5 minutes, and I had to hightail it back. And Andrew Cass, who helped to sponsor and gave them a nice donation. I think he put a $500 donation in their hat tonight. So that was pretty cool. In Santa Claus's bag. That's where he put it there.
No, such a good thing. I mean, I think we've all I remember as a little kid doing Toys for Tots runs. So, they've I know they donated a lot of toys and a lot of good things. So it's good to see they're keeping it strong.
Yeah, worldwide. People do it all over the place. So that's really great to see and great to be a part of. We were really excited because we were on top of the fire truck, and it was really cold out, and we were really bundled up. But the girls held their own, man. They did good, and they smiled at me and gleed and go, "Can we do this next year?" They were so excited. So it was a great time. It was really a great time. Hey, let's say hello to some people that are joining us. We got Big D in the house and Annie. So you just told me about your girlfriend. You're going to rename her. Annie just went down to Texas and got herself a panhead. And you got to tell me what year that is, because I forget. But you're also putting a panhead together, or your girl is.
Yeah. So pretty crazy story. Earlier this spring, a very good friend of my girlfriend, his dad passed away and was part of a club, and had a couple of bikes, and he just sent my girlfriend Jerry Beth a snap, and he was like, what do I do with these things? And she showed me the snap, and I was like, well, he sells them to you. That's what he is about to do. And so I made the trek all the way down to Alabama, quick turn and burn, loaded up the panhead chopper in the back of my truck, and then also a 76 FXE shovel head. So we've got 2 project bikes in the works. And we just finally, because it's been a busy summer of riding motorcycles, traveling, doing shows, kids, I mean, you name it. And finally yesterday, we were both just kind of chilling. We're like, let's go to the garage and finally start tearing some stuff down. So
That's awesome.
My bike hasn't moved in about 30 years. So we a lot of PB blasts. We're trying to loosen some bolts up, and didn't break or strip anything. So far we are off to a good start.
That's awesome. 63 pan head. Annie says it's a 59. I'm so excited about everybody's project bikes. I got a 48 in the garage, and that's getting ready to get worked on too. So tell us about your projects. Tell us what type of projects bikes you have in the garage and what you're going to be working on. Big Andy, hello, Big Andy, Illinois Fallen Bikers. Excited. I want to call you this week. I've got some stuff I want to tell you, and I've got those bumper stickers that should be ready any day now. So we got a lot to talk about, Big Andy. All right, Laura's in the house and says, yeah, that was a wonderful room. So that's my sister. She's chiming in. And
awesome.
Yeah, that was a big, huge room. Hey, man, let's stay on time tonight. All right, Corey's got me on time here. And we're going to head over into our gifts that don't suck.
Hello, friends. It's Cool Yule, the biker elf. It's that time of year again. It's supposed to be the thought that counts. Yeah, right. I want it all. Well, here's our new seasonal segment on Open Road Radio called Gifts That Don't Suck. Well, here are some gifts that don't suck.
How do you like that, Tice?
I do like that, man. The production value is really stepping up over here. I'm digging it.
Yeah, we've been doing that one for years. That one is yours. That's our good old Carl King. I love him. Love him and miss him. Yeah, so this is we're gonna bring Carlos on from Forged Glory, and I caught some of his stuff on LinkedIn, and then I was like, ooh, that stuff is pretty cool. And he's gonna talk to us about it. So let's bring him up. Carlos, welcome to Open Road Radio. Oh, can't hear you yet. There you go. Gotta get those glasses on. KR is ready to see the Mayor of Fun. Who's KR? That's awesome. All right. Carlos, we got you? Nope. You got a little audio button. We should have hit that. Should have done a quick one with you. Nope, not yet. Don't hear you yet. I'm going to bring up Mark, because we're going to do the adventures of Mimi and the motorcycle monkeys. While you get that straightened out, just play with it for a few minutes and get your audio, because we got to hear you. So we'll be right back with you. But go ahead and try to get your audio fixed up. And we will go to, do we have Mark in the house? All right, let's bring Mark. Mark is in the house. Hey, Mark.
Hi, Gina. Can you hear me?
I could hear you. Great to see you, man.
Yeah, nice to see you as well.
You must be in the Mimi and Moto studios. I see some monkeys back there.
I don't know if I would call it the studio, but it is where we try to make the magic happen here at the house. So yeah, we've got some decorations back there.
That's awesome. So you guys were also a long time ago. You guys were in the same. You were in a kind of little contest that Dealer News did, and gas tank, right?
That was back in 2019. Yeah, we entered the gas tank competition at the AIM Expo in Columbus, Ohio, and things kind of worked out for us. We took first place and had a wonderful experience over there. It was a great time for both me and
It really was. And since that time, you've done a couple more books, but you had one at the time, I think, right?
That was 20, actually 20, that was September of 2019. So we had just released Mimi and Moto Ride the Alphabet. So
Okay.
at that point we had 2 books out, and we are currently working to get the third one off to the printer by the end of this year. That is the plan at the moment. In fact, I was going to get on a call with our designer illustrator, and then realized I had to get on a call with you. So I'll be picking up with him tomorrow at 9 a.m. to keep talking about that. So I got to talk to Gina real fast.
Busy night, but that's good. Everything's moving forward. Tell us real quickly why Mimi and Moto. Why are these good for kids?
You know, I think both Nancy and I would say that, you know, our brand's goal is simply to get kids excited about motorcycles. I think what we have learned over the last 6, 7 years of doing this is that if you were to poll all the motorcycle riders out there and simply said, hey, you know, why do you ride motorcycles? What got you into it? You know, we would offer to you that the vast majority of them, and I think when we say vast majority, I think we would say, well, I don't know, 95% are going to start to answer the question by going, well, when I was a kid, and the vast majority of people who ride motorcycles as adults can trace that inspiration back to a childhood experience or memory. And we're simply just trying to carve out a bit of a niche and trying to get kids excited about motorcycles. Obviously, the books and the merchandise, we're going to figure out a way to animate the characters at some point. But, you know, as you guys know, you know, if you can get those kids early, you've got a motorcycle rider for life. And that's really what we're just trying to do, is just put some.
We should animate them. We should have a cartoon. We should get a cartoon going, a Saturday morning cartoon.
I don't know.
Something that doesn't
that.
shoot something else. Because that's all I ever see. There's something that's shooting something out of the sky or something. So a good motorcycle cartoon would be great.
Yeah, we're going to work on something. We actually have a nice relationship with Michael Hill, who is one of the on-air personalities over with Moto America and World Superbike. And he actually recorded a 45-second script that we wrote of him calling a race with Mimi and Moto. So we're going to try to do a short little thing to get something out there. And, you know, we have a pretty clear vision on what we want to try to do. I think what we'd like to try to do with animating Mimi and Moto is kind of bridge the gap between that cartoon world for kids and really the real motorcycle world that we all enjoy and partake in, and try to bridge that gap and just do something, you know, a motorcycle animation that kids are going to love, but the adults and grandparents and parents are going to love it as well. So
Exactly.
certainly, and it's always been something that we wanted to do. It's just a matter of trying to figure out when to do it. You know, obviously animating is very expensive. So we're going to try to do a little bit on our own and get it out there and see what kind of interest we can get from.
Mark, I love what you guys are doing. Tell people how they can get more information.
You can go to our website, which is www.mimiandmoto.com. We've got all of our books there, and t-shirts and onesies and whatnot. And then, you know, obviously if somebody wants to get in touch with us to chat a little bit more, info@mimiandmoto.com. But yeah, we're just pushing along and just building relationships and just trying to put more stuff out there, be prolific, and just continue to get more kids excited about motorcycles.
You guys are doing a great job. We appreciate it. And definitely a gift that does not suck. Get out and get your Mimi and Motos, and you can get them at dealerships. Go to the website and you'll see where other locations are that you can pick these up. And we've got a couple locations around here that are going to start putting them in their stores and shops as well. So check it out on the website, and Merry Christmas, Mark. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Gina. We appreciate everything you do. Appreciate it. Have a great one.
You too. Bye. Okay, let's run back to great books. I'm telling you, these are really great books. I think they're going to be at one of our favorite dealerships out in Woodstock shortly. Let's see if we got Carlos. Did Carlos? Oh, he went away. Shoot, Carlos. Okay, let's show his stuff. I'm going to show the Forged Glory. We've got some great pictures here. I know he's pretty new on the scene. And I want to, gosh.
That looks like a blanket holder for the front of the handlebars.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Pretty
like
awesome.
he says that these are products that are just getting sold out like right away. I mean, I could see why. He does great craftsmanship.
It's beautiful. The color. Yeah. Oh, wow. The heat guards. That's awesome.
Yeah. So look at the other one. Look at the one up in the, I mean, it's also got the cover on it. I mean, that's Pretty cool stuff. Your good old belt wallet size.
Yeah, the chain is real cool looking.
Yeah, that is gnarly, isn't it?
Yeah, I like how you integrated that.
Pretty gnarly looking stuff from, we got to tell our 1400 AM listeners, K Shop, which is brought to you by Full Throttle Law. We're looking at some leather pieces that Carlos put together from Forged Glory. So check out Forged Glory for some gifts that don't suck. Helmet cover,
Wow, that's
completely wrapped in leather, and then I don't know. I think that one was like for a team, wasn't it? Or maybe is it just a symbol of native culture?
I think so.
Okay. So again, just some pieces for your bike, accessories, tool pouches, helmets, wallets, heat guards. It looks like the guy can make just about anything you can dream of.
Yeah, the work looks really good, really clean.
The work is very clean. If you can dream it, he can make it. That's Forged Glory. And I know he's out of Tennessee. I might be able to see some of his stuff when we go down to Tennessee for the Sons of Speed in the springtime. Forged Glory, so check it out. He did a motorcycle tank wrap as well. He's got some really great stuff. So 1400 AM. I know you guys can't see it unless you're also on a stream. We are streaming live on Facebook, Open Road Radio, Gina Woods, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So when you're done listening to your radio, you can go and check out.
Yeah, you definitely want to check it out. It's impossible to describe. There's the heat covers for the back of what we saw him on the Indian. I believe that was a Chief earlier. That looks really cool.
Yeah, he's got some great stuff, and it's very reasonable. I don't know what each of these pieces is individually, but I know that I had checked out the website and looked at some of this stuff up. And I understand that you can still order. So if you're looking for that special gift, get on over to Forged Glory and check it out. It's got
looks like a little tank bag. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, the tank bag is pretty cool.
Man,
I mean, then you've got it right in front of you, you know?
Yeah, the detail just in the graphic is incredible. Yeah, that's amazing.
I love all that tooling. I think tooling on leather is...
No, I can't imagine the patience and the skill.
Yeah.
But again, another blanket holder for the front of the motorcycle. These things are all very nice, very well built, very well crafted.
Hey, Carlos, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you.
Well,
we're just down to about 5 minutes, but why don't you tell us real quickly? We've been looking at it and describing it as best we can for our radio listeners as well. So why don't you tell us a little bit about Forged Glory, because you got some killer stuff.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Forged Glory, man, you know, I started liking leatherwork when I was at Cub Scouts, and one of the leaders brought in some leather work, and I started, you know, gave it to us, started working on it. And that just started my passion with everything leather. And, you know, I started doing it when I was in the Army just as a side hobby. And then I got out of the Army and it just started, became a small business. I see. So you got some of the pictures of my stuff up there. I also have, like, I don't know, one of the main things I make, bed rolls, is a very popular thing that I make. Also, leather covered helmets. So I take whatever helmet you want, and I can cover it. I mold the leather to it, and I can put just about any art that you want on it.
Wow.
And that's one of my favorite things to do. It takes a lot of time to make one, but it's definitely worth it. One of the most popular things that I make is the heat shields. You know, and I make a lot of stuff for the guys who ride Indians. I myself ride a Harley, but those guys on the Indian motorcycles, they're starving for some aftermarket stuff. So
right on
with them.
Good for you. Well, you found your niche, that's for sure. How long have you been around?
Let's see. I mean, as a hobby, I kind of started back in 2003 or 2004, and it got big enough to where Uncle Sam wants his part. I got to pay my taxes. So I had to turn it into a business, from a hobby to a business. And I guess I've been about 4 years, maybe. Don't quote me on that, though.
What's your favorite thing you've made?
There's so many things that I've made that I hated out because I wanted to keep it for myself. And it's like saying which one's your favorite child, that's really hard to say.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to say out loud in front of other people.
Yeah.
For real. That's great. So are you still can you still whip something up if somebody's got an idea?
Yes. Everything that I do is custom made. I don't make stuff and then throw it up on the website. I mean, there is a section on my website where I do have a little bit of that, but everything is custom made. Contact me, tell me what you want, what color you want, what art you want on it. If I have a template, I'll go ahead and make it. If I don't, and then we'll have to work together to get the measurements to be able to make it.
That's pretty awesome. What man, how long is it? I think we've got I think that was a tank battery. So you got one of the blanket holders for like the handlebars right there.
Uh-huh.
How many hours you got into something like that?
The one that you have up on the screen, I mean, now I could probably knock one out in a couple of hours.
Okay.
But
Nice.
that's like 2 hours straight time. But you have to wet the leather, tool the art to it, let it dry, dye the leather, let it dry, put the finish on the leather, and let it dry. So it does take more than just 2 hours, but altogether about 2 hours on something small like that.
Okay.
The leather.
Very cool. Very cool. So Lizzie Lou says, what did she say there? Oh, how can she order? How can people order?
Oh, go to my website at forgeglory.com. And I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. You can always contact us through there. My wife runs the Instagram and Facebook.
Fantastic, Carlos. We love your stuff. Love your stuff. I'm gonna have to call you in the spring and see what I need. I'm gonna need something. Mine is very patina, so I've got to have it look very, very old looking, or find some old leather.
I can just take the leather and scuff it up myself.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I'm sorry we're gonna cut you short, but love your stuff and Merry Christmas to you, and thanks for being one of our gifts that don't suck.
Appreciate it. Merry Christmas, and thanks for having me on.
Thank you.
Very cool stuff, man. Very cool stuff.
Thank you.
Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that's enough ideas for today. Until next week, this is Cool Yule, hoping your friends and family won't get you gifts that suck. Can I say that on the radio? Sure I can. So long, everybody.
All right, so that's still a gift that you can order. Get in there and order it. Diane Frazier says leather work is awesome. Yeah, it really is. It's something that's homemade. That who doesn't like something, that you put on your bike and you can tool it around and show people it. And, whether it's your design or somebody's giving it to you, it's kind of cool and special.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, like the whole point of motorcycles is kind of the customization thing. And, you go to bike night and everybody's kind of, no offense to anybody, but, everybody kind of buys something off the shelf or they order it or this or that. Like, it's real cool when you got something that, was handmade, that nobody else has it. You're not going to walk out from bike night or wherever you're at and see somebody else with the same exact thing.
Right on. Gotta have different stuff. Exactly. Speaking of different, we're going to come up with Beanre in just a few minutes. We'll be right back after these messages.
Law we practice is personal injury law. Specifically, we represent injured bicyclists and injured motorcyclists. My partner and myself have been practicing for 27 years. We know as a firm how to work together.
Because we focus only on motorcycle crashes and bicycle crashes, we are used to not only the dynamics of how the crashes happen, but we're also used to dealing with the biases of the insurance adjusters that want to put the blame on our clients.
Are you ready to ride? Seafoam Motor Treatment was born with a focus on being a safe and effective product that helps engines run cleaner and last longer. Seafoam Motor Treatment is now one of the best-selling additives in North America. Seafoam Motor Treatment is an all-petroleum blend that helps lubricate upper cylinders while it cleans, helping engines to run cleaner, run smoother, and last longer. Seafoam products have attracted a passionate following as the proven choice for mechanics, vehicle enthusiasts, and all sorts of people who love or depend on engines. We've grown since our humble beginnings, but our focus is still the same. Safe products that are proven to work and keep engines and equipment running their best. And if you're looking for a great cleaning combo for your bike, try Seafoam Bugs Be Gone to clean and Seafoam Fast Shine to detail. Ask for it at your local retailer. Seafoam, the trusted choice since 1942. Check out the website for the full line of products, locations, and videos at seafoamsales.com and like us on Facebook. While some products fix problems, Andrews solves them. With nearly 50 years of passion, precision, and high performance, Andrews Products changes the world of motorsports. Engineered and manufactured in-house, Andrews excels by using aircraft steel, then machining to the closest industry tolerances. If you need powerful cams, gears, and transmissions for your ride that are proudly made in America, use Andrews Products. Contact AndrewsProducts.com or call our tech line Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 847-759-0190. How can you tell if somebody actually cares? Look at their actions. At Full Throttle Law, we are all about protecting riders. That means we don't just organize rides, we take action to keep riders safe. We have sponsored or created over 20 safety-focused events in the past year alone. Emergency response classes, first aid courses, riding seminars, track days, garage nights, and fundraisers for local independent charities like Biker Down. Any law firm can help you get a settlement if you get hurt. But we're already on the road with you, doing everything we can to make sure we all get home safe at the end of the ride. If you've been hurt in any kind of accident, tell your smartphone to call Full Throttle Law. We ride together.
Right on. All right. And we've got some Dropbox locations we want you guys to be aware of if you are in and around Chicago land area or out in the burbs like me. Hairborn Saloon or Salon. See where my mind's at. That is over in Lombard. Salon. It's Salon. Okay. Oh, well, Hairborn Saloon would be kind of cool. Kai's Restaurant. Oh my God, they always do a great job. I've already unloaded toys from there twice. Just Tires over in Norridge and Frank's Auto Repair. So Toys for Tot Boxes are everywhere. Just have a couple of toys in your car all the time and just drop them off because every kid deserves a toy at Christmas time. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we are doing this ongoing segments with Andrews Products because they are celebrating 50 years, and it's so exciting to be able to get out there to displays and talk to them and film them. And John Andrews is just a hoot and a half, and it's just a blast to have that opportunity to be around them and to do this. So I've got to go there a couple more days and do some more. Do you want to throw the interview to Andrew? Yeah, do you want to throw that on real fast? We're going to go right to that right now.
50 years in the business. So 50 years ago, what exactly made you jumpstart this company?
Well, I had a Sportster motorcycle. It got stolen. So I bought a older Harley Davidson 74, a big 74.
Nice.
And after I put it back together, I called the dealer up and I said, what did they do to the transmission in this thing? It's got terrible ratios in it. They said, that's what happens when you get off a Sportster and start on a 74. They do have bad ratios. So I had some experience with transmission design from when I was an engineer at Caterpillar.
Oh, nice.
And I talked to a few people and was steered to a company in Chicago, and they said they could do this. So we made, I think I made 15 sets of first gears,
Wow.
and I figured I'd sell enough of them to come out even.
Yeah.
And
that was the 244 ratio.
yes, 244 first gears.
Huh.
And I ended up with a trip to Tulsa, Oklahoma, because I worked for an engineering company. Then we had a job, I had to talk to some people there. So we talked to I went into this shop in Tulsa, Harley shop, and it was an old-time shop. They had tin ceilings and wooden showcases. And the guy said, "What do you got here, Junior?" And I said, "Close ratio first gears." He looked at him and he said, "What do you want for them?" And that was when you could get on an airplane without being put through third degree. I had them in my suit. I had them in my handshake case. So he turns to his wife and he says, write this young man a check for 2 sets of gears." So I sold 2 sets of gears in Tulsa. The next day I had to go to Milwaukee. In Tulsa it was 90, in Milwaukee it was about 10. And I stopped in the Harley-Davidson dealer in Waukegan, Lakeshore. And there's a guy there, Emilio Gasperi, nice Italian guy.
Nice.
He looked at him and he said, they bought 3 of them, and then on my way back, this was before they had cell phones. He had called my office in Chicago, and the woman there, Patty Knox, said, the dealer in Waukegan wants all the rest of your gears. And I said, well, they can have them. So
that was your first big account that you landed? The Harley Davidson?
it was about 8 or 9 more sets. So it took about, then about 100, took all summer long, that was 1972.
Jeez.
Took all summer to sell the 100 pieces. And then I ordered 250 gears, and I walked into this machine shop, and they said, "What'd you do with the gears?" I said, "I sold them all." So this was 1972, I think 73, and I knew some people, some bankers. At that point I had $90,000 in the bank, and I bought a little cam grinder that was used for regrinding stock cams back to stock shapes. And
What was the price, what was the cost of one cam back then?
I don't remember what I'm not sure what we charged for them, but wasn't it was the 15 sets I bought originally, I was charging $65 a set. But they were, that was kind of high price because there was only 15 of them.
So you started out in the cams for motorcycles.
Yes.
What made you convert into
Gears.
Oh, I'm sorry, gears for the motorcycles. What made you convert into transmissions for cars, for NASCAR and everything like that?
Well, that was not for quite a while later.
Okay.
Yeah, we went along with, after the gear part of it, John realized that nobody really made any good camshafts either, at which point he bought the first cam grinder, and I came on board shortly after that.
And you started, what, 1976?
I started part-time the fall of '74.
Okay.
I was still working 60 hours a week at my regular job,
Okay.
so needed something to fill my spare time.
Nice.
But I went into the machine shop that had been making the gears, and I said, I need a little cam grinder. And they said, well, what does that cost? I said, I think they were $21,000. These guys looked at each other and said, so buy the machine. I said, wait a minute. You could buy new Cadillacs then for $6,500. So,
Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't quite look like a caddy either.
No.
we converted the machines to grinding these small parts for Harley engines. And that's when I met the people from the Northern Trust Bank, and they said, I said, well, how come I have a vice president to work with? They said, well, you're just starting out, so we figure we don't want to hand you a college student yet. So they were pretty nice about it.
Well, it wasn't long after I started, we had orders building, because we just started with custom chrome.
Yeah.
At which point, I remember you coming to me saying, you think we should buy this second cam grinder? I said, we had enough back orders to pay for that second cam grinder right off the bat. So, you know, it's really a business that really was self-funding right from the beginning.
Yeah, we, at one point I called Michael and I said, why don't we buy a Landis machine? And he said, what does that cost? It was $700,000, $750,000.
Yeah, and this was 1990. So that's back when $750,000 was still real money.
Was a lot.
So.
Still is a lot of money.
We analyzed the cost. We figured the machine would pay for itself in 1 or 2 shifts a week. The rest of the money would be marginal revenue, which is what it was. So.
Now I see you guys got some robots out there, and I was talking to Mike about it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, having a robot there instead of having somebody watching that machine?
Fine by me.
Fine by you don't feel like it's taking somebody's job?
No.
No, they create jobs. I mean, with the technology, it keeps jobs in this country, keeps Americans working the way it should be.
Right. So does that free them up to do more skilled labor?
It does. It really lets the people grow into greater positions where they can earn more money, we can make more money, and everybody benefits from it. Because the more money we make, we've constantly reinvested every year in a couple new machines and new technology wherever we can.
At one point, Harley came to us and at that point we had 2 Landis machines. Harley came and they said, we would like you guys to grind the rest of the production for EV80 engines.
So when they were switching over to the twin cams, they didn't have the capacity.
It was 1989?
It was right around 98, because the first twin cam was 99.
Yeah.
So 98 we were doing the California cams and the 48 state cam as well.
But Harley came to us, they wanted us to do the rest of the production while they switched over to twin cam machinery. And they said they weren't sure we could keep up with the production. And I said, well, I don't think that'll be a problem. We keep 2 shifts a week kept up with the Harley production, the rest of it was all this marginal revenue.
Wow.
And Harley, we knew the salesman from the grinding company, the same guy that repped Harley, same guy that called on Harley Davidson called on us. They were going to go to Harley, and Harley said they had another machine they located, which was an older version cam grinder. And the people at the grinding company said, that's great, then you'll have 2 machines that will keep up with one. You'll have 2 machines that won't keep up with 1 Landis machine. So.
Wow, 50 years. What's up for the next? What's coming up for the next 50 years? Where's it going from here?
I think as we get into more and more of the automotive market, that's really been a growth area for us. Some of the dragster applications, some of the circle track, some of the dirt track, sprint cars, things like that, as well as tractor pulls, some of the high-performance diesel pickup trucks. We're growing more and more into that market. You know, you hear a lot of talk of electric vehicles. The combustion engine is going to be around for a long, long time. I mean, nothing sounds or feels, you know, like a big cubic inch, you know, gas or diesel engine. Who wants to drive
Or a Harley motor.
Yeah, right.
Or a Harley motor. Well, we have to say congratulations on 50 years, John Andrews, Michael Peterson. It's been a pleasure to have you as a wonderful sponsor of Open Road Radio. We absolutely love that you guys are aboard with us, and cheers to another 50 years.
Well, thank you. And we, again, feel blessed to have the customers that we do and the friends that we've made throughout this industry. There's no other industry like this. I mean, your customers, your vendors, your competitors, they're all your friends. Yeah, so we're just blessed to be in this industry. Thank you.
Nice.
Right on, Andrew's products. And you know what, I was putting in the comments that they've got a big contest going on right now. So send your projects now to Andrew's Facebook page. I know you got products. I mean, you got projects.
Yeah, and I do got Andrew's products too. So my my Dyna, I'm building for some Street
Exactly.
Woody
Well,
shows.
they're giving
We're
away-
gonna be rocking Andrew's Mike. You know, honestly, the best part is I was able to call Mike, and now I've sent a couple of my buddies to him, and they don't just kind of like throw your product. They're not, you know, off the shelf in you. They just, Mike actually took the time. We sent a whole build sheet to a buddy of mine's, Limited, who they've been struggling to find a cam for it that just was working right with the motor. And Mike got them all set up with the right cam, right lifts, everything.
They're great like that.
Thing just runs.
They're really great like that. It'll
Yeah.
hunt. Huh? So yes, so you can win cams or gears. I mean, this is value up to $1,200. Just send a picture of your bike and your project. That's all you got to do. Just do it. It's easy winnings. I can't win. Otherwise, I would have done it 5 times over. It's easy to win with Andrew's products. Yeah, send it to, put it on their Facebook page or my Facebook page, or send it to Gina@openroadradio.com. Just your project, man. Your project and what you're doing with it, your motorcycle. Take a picture of your garage with the frame, whatever you got to do. Just send it in. Hey, let's get over to Beanre. We were having some problems getting him because he is down under in Mexico. Beanre!
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. You look great.
Can you see me?
I could see you too.
Sweet.
You look fantastic.
What was that?
You look fantastic.
Thank you. I feel pretty good, but I'm moving pretty slow. You want to see my scars?
Yeah.
Sure. No.
It's cool. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
So apparently they went in to get the kidney through here with like one of them or whatever. And then I guess they put another hole in to pump it out. No, to fill it up with gas and stuff to bloat me up so they could move the camera around. And then this was a drain hole with a tube. And then this was a hernia they found and fixed for free. Bonus.
Imagine that.
It's like, you know, getting good deals without even having a Groupon.
You are in Mexico at least once this time of the year, right? You're typically in Mexico this time of the year, but this time.
What happened was last year, I was going to have what I was told by about 5 doctors in the U.S. down in Tennessee that all told me it was a cyst and they could remove it. So I paid one doctor almost $300. It was $300 because he charged me more after I'd done paid and left. And then the other doctor charged me $200 and then charged me another $75. And then they wanted $1,000 to remove it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to Mexico. I'll have it removed for $100 down there. Well, as soon as I showed it to the first doctor down here, he goes, that's a different disease. And I was like, hey, it's not a tumor. All right, I don't want to hear that. It's just a cyst. And so he opened it up a little, which is very dangerous, you know, to do a biopsy.
Wow.
And the biopsy come back for a malignant tumor, which means, you know, open it up, I'm at risk. So within a week or two later, I went to see an oncologist. I walked in off the street to see an oncologist, and he told me, you know, you need to take the finger off. Because, you know, it could spread. It could already be spreading in your lymph nodes and stuff. So I said, so we got to do it right away. He goes, yeah. I go, so when are we going to do it? And he goes, I'm busy today, but come back in the morning and we'll do it. I mean, come on. Who does that? In America,
that's amazing.
And everyone swears we got it so good. I tell you, even the Congress and the Senate don't have that good a medical plan.
Right.
For that. And
Oh
they
my
got the
God.
best in the world. So that'll tell you right there.
Exactly.
And
Well,
the other was the prices were ridiculously low. You know, I stayed an extra 5 nights in the hospital because it was so cheap.
Wow.
About $70 a night,
Well, you know,
including meals.
people always talk about going to
So I'm
Mexico.
like, you know, and it was hard. It was hard. When I lay down, I'm fine if I don't move. You know, but the worst thing is trying to get up. And I like the electric bed because I could raise up and then I would spin my feet out and then just stand up. So I
But you're out of
wasn't
the
using my
hospital,
abdominal
right?
muscles.
You're out of the hospital now.
Yeah, I checked myself out today.
Because that
Come
looks
home,
like a
got
pretty
a taxi,
swanky.
came home. I'm in my tent. I sent you that picture of me in my tent. It's like, you know, I'm comfortable. I'm very comfortable.
That looks like a pretty cool place that you're at. It's pretty swanky going on there.
I love it here. I really am splurging because I could find a place cheaper. I could pretty much camp for free. But I got 24-hour security here. I got Wi-Fi. I got a swimming pool. I got hot showers. And I'm right on the water. So I could paddleboard. I was paddleboarding last week, you know. I don't think I'll be doing it this week, though. But anyways, that costs $7.50 a night to stay in my tent.
Oh, my
But
God.
it's in the mid-80s every day here. And at night, like right now, it's about 75 degrees. So it's not, there's a small breeze, always a light breeze. So, I mean, it's really paradise. So I just chill and you know, it's a great place to recover. The sun
that is good for you.
You know, and then I walk to different restaurants that are right here because this is a touristy area, but for local Mexican people.
Nice.
You won't see any gringos. You'll see every now and then you'll see a Canadian or a European, but that's it. That's it.
Wow.
There's one other person staying in their RV here. They've been long term. I met them last year. They were staying here. There's a lot of repeat people. You know, you find these places and you go. Just like I'm going to go to next after Christmas. I'm going to fly over to the Pacific side and stay over there on the Pacific Ocean on the beach for $7.50 a night. And I will
That's awesome.
there.
That's fantastic. Well, we know that you have your bike there, so eventually you're going to ride it out of there.
This time I had a different plan because last time I rode in the cold weather to get down here. It took me a week and a half. I had to pay. You got to pay like $400 to get your bike in the country legally, or they can take it from you. You know, it's a hassle there. My bike's got a rebuilt title. And you can't have that in Mexico, at least if you're an American. You know, if you're Mexican, that's different. But it's their country, their rules. So that's their rules. They told me not to bring my bike back, and that's cool. So I bought a bike down here for $750 in Mexico City. My friends got it. And I just told them, I said, you know what? Now it looks like I'm not even going to come pick it up. We'll either hold on to it for next year. The plan was to hold on to it, and then other people that I know could come down and get a little bike to ride. And my buddy could make a few bucks off of it too, you know. And me and him would keep the bike.
Cool.
I don't know what I'm doing there, but I mean, I'm pretty sore. There is no way I could ride a bike. The bumps would kill me. The speed bumps would just, not good. I couldn't do it. I'm not going to be able to ride a bike. I'm not going to be able to paddleboard. I can't paddleboard in calm water right now. That thought scares me. Just falling over in the water. Like, you don't want to jar your insides. I got shot with a potato gun. That's a whole nother story. Out at Sturgis one night at like 4 o'clock in the morning, just because nobody had the balls to do it. And after they shot me with it, I realized why they didn't have the balls, because it was pretty stupid. But I felt every organ in my body being jarred. But then I came out of it within 5 minutes. Well, this time it feels the same way, but it hasn't stopped feeling that way for a week. You know, I'm missing stuff inside there, and it's just starting to figure out. You know, it was like my finger. You know, it just things didn't feel right for a month or two.
Yeah.
But
Will-
I thought the finger surgery was a serious surgery, so I wasn't afraid of this surgery, and I totally underestimated it. Totally.
Hey, so Beanre, we're gonna have to catch up with you. So we're gonna just say that this is. I know we had a little problem connecting, but we wanted to make sure that you were okay. You got out of the hospital.
Thanks for having me on. Thanks. It's great.
But we'll
talking to
check
you.
in with you. Why don't we check in with you in another week and
Sounds
see how
good.
you're doing?
I
And then
think you
get
should
some.
fly down here and we'll do a remote down here.
I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes. You know,
And
my
I-
birthday's
and I
coming up, and
mentioned the beach I'm getting ready to go to and spend 2.5 months. It's the party town. It's the
my
party town.
birthday's coming up, and I need to get out of here. So I'm going to talk to you about that for sure. Maybe we'll
It's
just go
clothing
down there.
optional, so you don't even have to worry about bringing a bathing suit.
Fantastic. I'm so glad
I
you're,
can't make
you're
this
well.
stuff up.
I'm so glad you're well, and we'll catch up with you in the next week and find out what your plans are for 2023.
Super. Thanks, y'all. Good night.
All right, man. Thank you so much. I'm telling you, he's got it made.
I mean, I no disagreement for me there. I mean,
Yeah, he's got it made. Well, we are out of time. We want to thank our 1400K shop and Full Throttle Law Studios out in Viva Las Vegas. And Tice, I'm going to catch up with you in the next week or so as well. We got to get your Christmas list and see what. Have you been naughty or nice?
I've been pretty naughty, so I'm getting a lump of coal.
We want to find out what projects you're going to be working on. You started talking about it. We want to hear more about that. But we are out of time, so we're going to let everybody go. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate that you joined us tonight. I want to thank our sponsors, Cass and Moses, Seafoam, Andrews Products, Full Throttle Law, Carlos over there at Forged Glory, as well as Mimi and Moto, the Motorcycle Monkeys. And we'll catch y'all here next week. Give it a like, share, and thanks for being with us. We'll talk to you next week right here on Open Road Radio. Later.
Thank you for tuning in to America's premier motorcycle talk show, Open Road Radio.
Hey, thanks for coming along. We hope you enjoyed the ride.